click on the show so we can all fly high like a lad. Every City Sports Review Show. And with people you might know. You might learn something you ain't know. Every city, do you got some flow? 502 is what you know. All I know is City Sports Review Show. I know you might be doing your work and stuff, but make sure you subscribe to the show. Every City Sports Review is a classic. Click on the latest to see what happened. All facts and never capping. Don't be sleeping, maybe only napping. We do not fold, we are not some napkins. I don't mean to control you like a captain, but I'm just multitasking. So let's go click on the show so we can all fly high like a lad. Every City Sports Review Show. And with people you might know. You might learn something you ain't know. Every city, do you got some flow? 502 is what you know. All I know is City Sports Review Show. I know you might be doing your work and stuff, but make sure you subscribe to the show. Every City Sports Review is a classic. Click on the latest to see what happened. All facts and never capping. Don't be sleeping, maybe only napping. We do not fold, we are not some napkins. I don't mean to control you like a captain, but I'm just multitasking. So let's go click on the show so we can all fly high like a lad. Every City Sports Review Show. And with people you might know. You might learn something you ain't know. Every city, do you got some flow? 502 is what you know. All I know is City Sports Review Show. I know you might be doing your work and stuff, but make sure you subscribe to the show.
Yes, sir. Welcome. Derby City Sports Review Show. Yours truly, Will I Am, in the building with Will. And the Don. What's going on, Don? How you doing, sir?
What's up with you? Hey, it's starting to that weather's starting to really get to that point where it's starting to get some heat outside. So we're starting to feel that bad boy. So hey, hope everyone's good. Keep them cool.
Yeah, as long as the air is working in the building that you work at. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna get into too much of it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. But I hope everybody had a wonderful Tuesday, and it's going on, and it's going, and it's going, and going. You know how we do. All that good stuff. I hope. I'm sorry. I was getting a message. I had to read it. I had a sponsor that's reaching out to me, so I wanted to go ahead and get that. So it's all good. It is what it is. Yeah. You got to, got to multitask a little bit. This a little bit. Before we get rocking and rolling, we talked about it yesterday, the different things that we're going to be doing and stuff like that. And so I kind of dropped a little gem and did a little extra something today also. But I wanted to make sure people know that, we're going to honor the seniors from the different schools, pick a senior from each local school, and then we'll go ahead and do the county schools. Pick one from one sport. Don't know what it is. Got to be something that catches my eye. Rock and roll with it. And so, try to do alphabetical order type stuff, Don. Just a little bit, We'll see what we can do. So that's why we went ahead and started out with assumptions. Lauren Satterley, 14-1 for the season, 3.62 ERA, 92 Ks, betting 463, 11 home runs, 4 triples, 15 doubles, 8 stolen bases. Shout out to her. 54 Sports Senior Spotlight, big time. So, I ain't gonna do like I done the other ones. Go ahead. So shout out to her.
Hell of a year.
Yeah, and they in the tournament. Playing for the state championship. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to Assumption, and like I said, congratulations, Lauren. Big time like that. Next up, I could not go without bringing this up. When a dog does great things, I have to acknowledge Grace Bethel. 4 first place finishes in the Kentucky State track meet. We're talking about the 100, the 200, 4x100 relay with her teammates, 4x200 relay with her teammates. They came in second place overall as a team, so as the boys did also too. But when you can walk away with four of them things,
Man.
ain't too much you can say, man. Like I said, college state champ. Hey, and the crazy thing is she beat Alexi, who been on the show from Manual, and at 100. So hey, sometimes you got to go ahead and claim that throne. And then wrong being seeing a new face in the women's track. So go on and take it, Bulldog. For the H, way to go. Hats off to you and your teammates, and hats off to hell yeah, four.
Man,
you can't say nothing to me,
things.
man. Man. If you ain't calling me champ, don't call me at all. And I'm wearing them every day. I'm gonna have them on every day. Just chilling. What you doing? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
It's fortunate. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. It's fortunate enough that we just happen to both be wearing yellow. We didn't plan this. we didn't plan this at all.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I got to rock and roll with it, man. I mean, that's great stuff. Congratulations. Big time and very impressive, without a doubt. Want to go ahead and say, I don't know why this TV's up like that. Want to go ahead and get into
the trivia. Today's trivia. Don, you can go ahead and read it, sir.
Oh, man, my God. So, hey, people, today's trivia is from 365 Sports Company, incorporated with 54 Sports Network. This the trivia night. NBA Finals trivia. Here we go. Which player holds the record for the most career points scored in the NBA Finals history?
Woo!
So we're saying most career points scored
yes, sir.
in the NBA Finals history. Is it A, LeBron James?
Ooh.
Is it B, Michael Jordan? Not Michael B, but Michael Jordan.
That's right.
C, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Outstanding.
Cap. Or is it D, Jerry West, the one and only?
Ooh, the logo. The logo. Yeah, that's a good one. So go ahead in the comments. Look, it's free. You might just get an opportunity to get your name drawn to win some merch from 365 Sports. So why not? Hey, comment. It's the poster on Facebook, X, Instagram. Go ahead and comment on the show. Do it. Do it right now. Guess if you don't know. Because I'm going to tell you, many of you probably do not know. I'm just going to say. For real. But go ahead and do out the show. I'm going to go ahead and have it on. So let me let you guys know pretty much
where to find it. It's at the bottom, going big time. And I'm going to help you guys out. Let's see if I can do it. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, Don. There we go. So at the top of the screen, you're going to be able to see the trivia. Yeah. So just go ahead throughout the show, answer it. Don't try to be slick and answer 4 times because you're not getting whatever your first answer is what it's going to be. Point blank. It is what it is. But go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Answer that. But where to find us at, don't forget, we're everywhere. Everywhere. Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, all the good stuff. The Players Club, that's where, the voting, the polls and everything. So vote for those kiddos. One more day left. Gonna do something a little bit different on that. We're probably gonna reveal it on the pages, but then bring it back on Thursday. But go ahead and vote for the kids. They deserve it. They ball out of control, so do that. Like I said, thank you for the sponsors. Mile Wide Beer Company, 365 Sports Company, and 502 Corvette Club. You know what it is. Vote. We're going to get it rocking and rolling. There's a lot of stuff that done went down. So why not?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Let's get it cracking.
Where do we start?
We're going to start, man. Something good. We're going to start something good. Let me get this one flying in. So let me go ahead and correct that. Cool. All right. So, in the basketball world, I hear you. Everything's going like it should be. Everything. So let's see what we got. Woo!
What?
Exposition game. Kansas versus Louisville, October the 24th. That may be the first exhibition game that's going to be sold out in Louisville history.
Man. Exactly.
In Louisville history. Point blank. You can't beat it. And, because I think Kentucky's playing St. John's. Because you remember that was going around, I think, last month or something like that they're going to play each other or something. So, hey, can't complain. Can't complain. This schedule is not for the weak. And including the exposition game. Now, the exposition game, you're going to get an opportunity to see some big boys play. We don't know how much, you can go ahead and get, play Don at this spot that you probably won't. You know what I'm saying? You get a little feel, you know what I'm saying? But if you think the juices are not going to be flowing, when's the last time has Kansas ever been to Louisville? Besides them playing in the tournament game? Not against us? This is going to be epic. What's going on? We already got some people. I got you, Don. We already got some people.
One of my lights went out. There we go.
We already got some people commenting. What's up, Shan? What's up, D? Doctor.
Dr. Woods.
The doctors. What's going on, doctors? Big time. Like I said, don't forget, guys, at the top of the screen, NBA Finals trivia. Which player holds the record for the most career points scored in NBA Final history? You got your option A, B, C, or D. But this right here, man, it's epic, man. When this dropped, man, I'm like, whoa, here we go. Give me another one. I want another one, greedy. Get another. Get us somebody else. Somebody else that you thinking, okay, who have we? Man, go on do UCLA. Let us go take a trip out. You know what I'm saying? So we can get used to that. Because anytime now that they allow people to play, the big boys can play each other, it's crowds coming, man. It's coming. Don, when you saw this, among your sweats, you're sweating and stuff, working hard and doing whatever you got to do. What was your thoughts, man?
I want to tell you how exactly it went down. I'm, doing my thing and whatever else at work. And I just happened to open up the book of face.
The book of face.
And seeing that.
The book of face.
And seeing that 54 Sports Network just put up Kansas versus Louisville at Louisville. I almost dropped everything I had in my hand. They heard me get loud. I got excited. I hollered down, like 3 jobs down to my guy. And did you see? I'm excited. I told them, I'm in the house. Y'all already know I'm there.
The 24,
even though you still got, if you're watching Jay, you still got haters out there because it's like, oh, well, Kansas ain't the same. It doesn't even matter.
An exhibition game.
That's what it is. Right.
But
I'm like, it's the name.
Yes.
Who would thought? Bring the Jayhawks to I looked at this. I was ecstatic. I'm hyped.
Right.
I'm telling everybody who I can. Even if you don't watch, hey, you see what's going on? Hey, you see what's happening? October 24. Did you see? I'm like, well, what? Exhibition game. They was like, hold up, football? No, it's basketball, baby. Basketball. We will be playing the the Jayhawks in the Yum. And yeah, it's just great. It's great for business.
There's
great for business.
There's never been a tougher exposition game.
No.
Never. Even the ones when we was, above water and lost to some exposition games. And I ain't talking about the past 4 years or 5. I ain't talking about the other. I'm talking about real teams.
Can we?
I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's race.
I'm not talking about that. Yeah. I'm talking about the real competition out there. You never had nothing like this. And it's crazy because I don't know how long they've been doing it, but it hasn't been that long. They've been doing those secret scrimmages that you never seen, and only a few people got to go. You know what I'm saying? Probably on the team type stuff. They've been doing that. So now, at least the NCAA got it right, allowing people to do this. Man, you can't beat that, bro. You can't beat that with a stick. That right there. And yes, this is not. Well, hell, Kansas wasn't good last year. And if we'd have played them last year in exposition, it's still been great. It makes no difference. It's
Right.
that brand. It's that Adidas brand against Adidas brand. That brand, and it holds close. And they got the what is it, the number two point guard. So him and Brown gonna be going at it.
Ooh.
So yeah. Peterson,
yeah.
because Peterson ended up getting the number one player. So yeah, it's on, man. I mean, hey, you can't get excited for that. I don't know what's going on with you. Something's wrong. What's going on, James? James watching this, Roxanne, some of y'all better go ahead and get in that trivial, get that free merch. Comment, like, make sure you like and comment. All that good stuff. But man, it's Louisville's doing it, man. They stringing it out. They showing you who they signed slowly. You know what I'm saying? The national players, the foreign players, all this kind of stuff. Then you drop this. We normally play two. What we got? I don't want to see. We can't even say Bellarmine no more because they on the schedule as a D1.
Yeah.
I don't want to see no. I ain't gonna say no names. Please don't say.
I was about to say.
I don't want to say.
I was
about
to say. I don't want to see no
I don't want to see no
city.
Simmons. I don't want to see no Simmons.
Why were we both thinking the same?
I don't want to see no Simmons. I don't want to see no Spalding. No offense.
Yeah.
Because if you bring in heavy hitters like this, because you know you can't take that trip like you did, because you can't take them trips every year. So you got to go ahead. What can you do? Let's go ahead and start it with this. Bam. Hey, man, drop another one. Drop another one. For real. Go get Xavier.
Ooh.
Go ahead, man. That's your peeps. Tell them, come on. We go up there. Let's get that experience.
That's a quick trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
We go up there. But nah, man, I love it. Great job. PK's on it, man. PK is on it. Can't say too much, man. PK he's doing what he needs to be doing, man. Very smart with that. I love that. All right, cool. Ooh. Let's get it. Who would have a better season? Bryce James, Kayan, whatever, how you say, I'm gonna let you pronounce it.
I know you're not. What's T-Rock when you can eat them?
we gonna sign it out together. Kayan, Big K, Anthony.
Yeah, K and Anthony.
Who's gonna have a better season, man? Who you think? Let's have a discussion. And we'll break it down like this. For you guys who don't know, sorry, Bryce is going to Arizona. Mr. Anthony is going to Syracuse, follows in his father's footsteps. Yep. Syracuse hasn't been good since Orange Crush went out of the stores. Point blank. Arizona has been solid for a while. They always, was doing their thing in the Pac-10, stuff like that. So, let me start off. We just go back real quick, back and forth. My whole thing is that it's going to be harder probably for Bryce to get the necessary minutes to have big numbers. He may not have big numbers, but he could have the better season. That could look like 6 or 7 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and playing on a winning team. I don't know if Mr. Anthony's going to be on the winning team. I just can't get right. Red Audrey. You got Mr. Anthony because he was a legacy. He was coming no matter what. You got that guy, that point guard from Georgia Tech, George, who's a good point guard. He was killing Louisville. We'll say that. I don't think he's going to kill us this year, dude. We got some dogs going to be able to play some defense on that end besides one person. But I just think the opportunity is going to be more for him. So he may score more points, but also you got to look at this. The ACC last year, kind of struggled. Was decent enough. I say decent enough. Wasn't the traditional power that we used to. Who's not saying it's not going to be this because NC State's better. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Louisville's better. Duke is going to be good no matter what. We just got to make sure these other teams. So my thing is you're going to go against some grown-ass folks when you come out there, both of you guys. But, so what you thinking, man?
You pretty much laid out the blueprint already right there. I can feel exactly what you're saying because Arizona keeps keeps athletes coming in. They have a year. Every year ain't their best, but they at least, I mean, they winning season,
Right.
over 500 every year. At that, what you don't like what I said about
He
Bryce?
sure did. He sure didn't. He
Right,
sure
go
didn't.
on,
I,
somewhere,
I,
man.
I felt that.
Hey, get down. But
He said,
anyway,
he don't know what he talking about.
so so I feel you because Bryce might get less time. He might not get it, but Anthony's coming in starting. He's probably coming in no matter. He's starting probably coming in, or if not, like 6 man, 7 man off the bench. If not, Bryce is going to be probably about 7th, 8th guy coming in, something of the nature, and it's going to do probably in due time as the season rolls on. He might develop more time, see how the season goes, and he's going to be putting in probably 18 minutes or more.
He better. If he don't,
Yeah.
then he's not as good.
Right.
Not as good as people proclaim him. I'm not saying he's better than Bryce, but I'm just saying not, because a lot of times, you watch these kids and, because who their dads are.
Yep. And you expect so much from them. Yeah.
We've seen it with another brother sibling that was not a top 50 player, but all of a sudden, bam, and he ain't do squat.
No,
he ain't do squat. I will say this: he will be better than his brother. Bryce will be better than his brother.
Bryce definitely will be better than that other guy.
Even before he had that heart problem, he was better. You know what I'm saying? So, for the people like, well, he had this and that. Okay, well, LeBron's medical team cleared him, and everything turned out okay for that. So let's put it this way. But yeah, I mean, to me, it is interesting because you got Mr. Anthony higher ranked than him. But when I see Bryce, man, I see some potential in him. I see a lot, like, a baller, because they're about the same height and everything. So, to me, I just think that Mr. Anthony will have more opportunities, and I think number wise he definitely would do that. But that doesn't mean it'd be better season. So I'm gonna go with Bryce because I don't know how much Mr. Anthony can withstand playing grown men 19 to 20 minutes. I think you can get away with 8 to 10 minutes spurts like that James is probably going to see. So I think James probably going to have the better overall. Anthony probably have the better number. Just if he will he withstand that. So I'm going to go with Bryce on that. But hey, because Anthony like he weigh about $150.
Yeah, and he's straight up, straight down when you pay attention to him. I mean, but it's gonna be hard. Like you said, the team. I'm gonna give Bryce better with the team and work out that way. Anthony, his team ain't gonna be as good, and he's gonna have to put in minutes, and he's gonna have to work for it. He's gonna probably have those games where, he might have a good game where 18 to maybe one game 16, but then next I'm thinking he might have a game with 4, 5 points.
Right.
So
right.
I do believe Bryce. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who he getting them points against. Because in my head, in my head,
right, I feel you exactly.
In my head, I'm looking at who's in the maybe Stanford, maybe if Stanford comes to town, California, that kind of stuff. Yeah. I would say Virginia Tech, but they didn't lose their coach, and they're gonna play hard, no matter what. They're gonna play hard. NC State is still in players, so they gonna try to knock everybody out. They try to. Will Wade is like, I'm back, baby. I'm doing whatever. Miami's gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? They got some players. SMU, you just never know what you're gonna do when you go down there and have to play them. But yeah, it's go. He might. He better. I'm just gonna say he better. He better have something because you're talking about your confidence being rocked, and all that pressure to be like your dad. And I love it. I mean, yeah, go play, but that pressure to be your dad and what he did in 1 year.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have went Syracuse.
Because that's what you think that too, though. That's what they expect. They expect that. They coming in. The fans are expecting it. Like, oh man, we coming back. We back. Yeah,
No, sir.
Melo.
Yeah, nah. Mellow Fellow was one of them dogs. I don't think his son got that in him. I don't think his son got him in him. Ooh, buy or sell. Calipari was more successful coach at UK than Ricky P. Don't forget to answer these trivia. This finals trivia questions at the top. Go ahead. You see it. Is it LeBron? Is it Michael? Is it who is it? Kareem, Jerry? Who had the most points career in the finals? Not overall. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and answer. Don't be shy. Go ahead and get that free merch. I had to give Don a little bit time to think about this stuff because he don't see these questions. So don't forget. Comment, comment, comment. Free merch, free merch. You got it. Let's get it. What you thinking, Don?
Uh, see, the thing is, I'm straight. I was a Patino guy. I tell you the truth. That's what got me. I loved his playing style from back then. Watching some Kentucky film from back then, watching their games. Calipari, I couldn't stand him at all. But I'm thinking Calipari. How many more years? I guess because we just got so used to seeing Calipari there. But the thing, I mean, both of them leave with one championship.
Right.
To
See,
me, I want to look. Yeah, and
that's
I
what
want to
makes
look
it
at
good.
Patino. Right. I was like, Patino was more successful for what he had, and got the one championship with what he had in those years. Then Calipari all built up all these 31, 30 something, 40 NBA players, and you just still leave out with one chip.
Right.
That's it. You got all NBA, you got two all NBA teams, through your years right there. I mean, we can go throughout the Kentucky lineups, but one chip and all that time you spent there, that's why I want to give, Patino the more oomph over him.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. You buying or
So I'm
selling?
selling it. Selling
You
it.
selling. Um, the crazy thing is because if Rick would have stayed there, he probably would have had 2 or 3.
Oh,
Because that team, no offense, I know people coming. Tubby is a good coach, but that talent was there.
yeah.
Yes, he did have to coach them without a doubt. Tubby, great coach. He really just held water. He didn't, held serve. He didn't do anything spectacular. But he got that championship. You can't never take it away. But those guys was already done played in Final Fours, championship games, championship period. And we're talking about the ones, that like the Shepherds and all that. They was already with Rick. They knew.
Mm-hmm.
And Tubby was with Rick. You know what I'm saying, at a time before he left. All that kind of stuff. So to me, I think that run would have been epic. Just imagine if he didn't. If he didn't leave and tried to go to Boston. All that stuff, right? I think it'd have been incredible. But he left. So he can't count that. You cannot. As much as I want to,
right.
I want to count that big time. And it doesn't help that when Calipari was at Kentucky, at Kentucky, he destroyed Louisville. Now Rick had a run too, but Rick also took some losses. If we look it up, I'm pretty sure Rick took way more losses than Patino. I mean, than Cal. Cal's team hell. How many times they did? What, 2? Something crazy.
Yeah, they ain't many.
They ain't that many, and they was like blowouts. It was something. It was something. And you know what? Successful. If you look at the record, at that. Go ahead as I'm talking. Go ahead and look and see if you already look up Cal's. You got it. Look up Cal's record at Kentucky and Patino's record at Kentucky as I talk. So you have to look at it all. Like, so successful. We already know he won Cal won a championship. Top recruits year in, year out. The NBA was bopping. Yes, he only got one championship. Should have more, without a doubt. But they still was Went to the Final Fours, doing all this kind of stuff. Number one players, point blank. And for him to take it and put it on another thing, you're going to get tired. First of all, if you're not winning championships, you're going to get tired if you're Kentucky fans because, hey, we got all this stuff and we got all these shiny new toys and we can't use them. Well, what's all this? And they're gone. And every year we got to do it. And every year he did that. But then he started losing. He started losing in the tournaments, though. You see, you know what I'm saying? So as much as I'm giving credit for that championship, you also got knocked out a couple of times way early than you should have with some NBA talent. Big time. And that's what people's going to think about. They're going to tell you kick rocks on the talent. We got one championship in the last 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 years. We didn't do nothing pretty much. That's what's going to hurt his legacy big time. Do you you get any numbers for Cal and Rick?
Yep.
What you
got? Cal was 410 over 100, 410 wins, 123 losses, 76%. Patino, 219 to 50 losses.
So
at
Cal,
81%.
But Cal did more years, of course.
Right.
Yeah, Cal did more years.
Rick Pitino's
50
right,
losses.
50 losses. He led Kentucky to 3 Final Four appearances in his last 5 years, including a championship in '96, and reached the national title game in '97.
And then that's when DA got hurt.
Yep.
If DA was healthy, they'd have won another championship.
Oh, they'd have won that. Yeah, I remember that.
They'd have won a championship. Woo wee! Only 50 losses, and you got to think most of his losses came in his first 2 years.
Yeah. Yep.
Rick Pitino, I got it. I'm going Rick. Sal, 50 losses.
50. I mean, yeah.
And like I said, if you look at the first 2 years, dude's record, that's what all them losses came from. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Hey, hats off to you. What's going on, people? What's up, Courtney? How you doing? Nell Taylor, Karen Atkins, Hot Zone Sports. Go ahead and answer that question at the top of the screen. You see NBA Finals trivia. Which player holds the record for the most career points record in the NBA Final history? You got LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and the logo, Jerry West. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Big time, we appreciate you. Have a chance at a drawing. So if you get it correct, your name will go in the drawing, and bingo, you can get some merch from 365 Sports Company.
There you go. Now you had me looking deeper, but hell, I can't keep on. Yeah, like his first year, he was 14-14 in his first year at Kentucky.
Okay, that's 14 losses.
Yeah, but after that, he didn't lose no more than 7 games.
What was his second year record?
22-6.
22. That's right. They was on probation. They couldn't go.
They was on probation, exactly.
That's right.
Now that's what. Yep.
So in the first 2 years, he lost 20 games.
Lost 20 games.
How many years was he at Kentucky?
He was there from 89 to 97.
Okay. Ooh, about 8 years. Woo. So you're talking about in the last 6 years, the man lost only 30 games. Something like that. 6 or 7 years. Wow. Yeah, he was doing it. Yeah, he's boy. Oh my gosh. If that man did not leave, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. 96, he just lost 2.
Yeah, he bad. That was a bad team. That team was getting blown out by LSU and came back. Man, it was on a whole different level. Buy or sell? Lancaster Gordon was better than Terry Rozier. Now this is This is for you old heads.
Old heads, right
Because
there.
you new heads, you young heads, these you YNs and everybody else, y'all ain't gonna know it. Y'all ain't gonna know this. Y'all saying, are they saying Flash Gordon? No,
Right.
Lancaster Gordon.
Flash Gordon.
Lancaster Gordon. Buy or sell. I'll go ahead and start it off. Buy or sell. I'm buying it. Lancaster Gordon was the 8th pick by the Clippers. He played 5 years, so the dude was doing his thing. He was the most outstanding player in the region in '83. When we was rocking and rolling, Denny Crum was doing his thing, going to the Final Fours almost every damn year. 6'3" guard. They called him Fish. Dude can do whatever. He played defense, offense, all that. Dude was the ideal guard for Denny Crum. Offense, defense, combo guard, whatever. And he played on epic teams. People can feel us from from the late '70s to '86. Denny had them boys rolling. They was going to the Final Fours like it wasn't no thing. Terry Rozier, love his game. I thought he was a smooth operator. Smooth, get to the hole, do whatever you want to. He was a pro. When he came to Louisville, he was already a professional. You can tell that him going to the prep school and all this kind of stuff like that, willing and dealing, he was operating at a different speed as a freshman than most. He was smooth. But the thing about it is, Lancaster was just different, man. I mean, like I said, he started on some of them best teams that never won a championship that should have won the championship. I am buying this, Don. I'm buying it. So,
You know, I was a big T. Rozier. Well, back to Ville when T. Rozier was there, I was a big fan. I liked the guy. He made himself, to what he was to get picked. He upped his level. I'm going to say each and every year. He got there. But back in the day, though, that man Lancaster Gordon, he was a smooth brother. 6'3", like you said, the 8th overall pick for the Clippers. He when they went against it was the original dream game, they say, against Kentucky. The man scored 24 points against Kentucky back in those days. And yeah, he put on the show. The man, he was smooth. He was all over the court though. Like you said, he did what he had to do, and with the rest of the team, because those teams in those early '80s wasn't a slouch. We was always in the top. We was playing the top teams, Phi Sigma Jamma. We was playing all them, and those. Ooh wee! Like I said, that guy was one of the ones.
Quit preaching to them.
Yeah, I was just pumping his head up more. Hey, you see Lancaster even every now and then at the game.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely buying it. I'm definitely buying it. No knock on Rozier, but Rozier be like, yeah, he was bad. He probably looked him up in the books back in the day.
You better, because tape don't lie, man. Video don't lie. Lancaster, man, he was different, man. He was special, big time. All right, let's get into some NBA. Get into that real quick. We got some things that happen there, boy. Woo wee. And don't forget Thursday night, guys. You got the finals, 8:30, 9.5 point favorite is the Thunder. We talked about it yesterday, and I think we all agreed that that's about right. About right. We just gonna leave it that. About right. We hoping that it's wrong.
Man.
We're hoping that it's closer and all that kind of stuff. So, but should be a good one. 8:30. All right. So, top 5 players in the finals. Who is your top 5 players in the finals? Talking about both teams combined. Who are the top 5 players? You guys can put it in your comments and all this stuff. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff for us. We appreciate it. And don't forget to answer that NBA final trivia. Do not be scared. It's free. It's not a gimmick. You can win some stuff. Don't be like that. What you thinking, Don? And we can go back and forth.
Right.
1 to 5 or whatever. We can go back and forth. Ain't no thing.
I mean, I guess we got to go first of all. I mean, SGA, first of all, he's showing he's the MVP right now. He's trying to go trio MVP. He's trying to be all out, and yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's
top,
that's definitely the top dog of
right.
all that. I agree with you. SGA is the guy, MVP, my guy, big time. Um, Number two, man, it's crazy because you can go many ways, and this is top five players, and we ain't ranking them, but top five player.
Right.
Um,
Just yeah.
I'm
No particular
a
order.
right. I'm gonna throw somebody else out for him. I'm gonna go differently. I'm gonna say Mr. Jalen Williams. Dude's a
Mm.
dude's a monster.
All right.
He's definitely in the top five. He is definitely top five player, without a doubt. He is definitely top five. Dude is a junkyard dog. Plays defense, and he plays that. He doesn't get credit as being that Robin because he's definitely a Robin. And dude, like he's a cross between um, Ben Wallace and Vinny Johnson type shit. Dude can put 25 points on. He can play defense. He can do all. He's a junkyard dog.
Yeah.
He's gonna do whatever it takes, and he's really nothing but like about 6'5", 6'6", but he plays much bigger. But hit threes. To me, he's the top five, one of the top five players in the finals.
I'm with you. I feel that. Even though this man, you know, I guess sometimes he gets forgot about. I want to say sometimes he gets forgot about. I'm going with as AKA Paul Gasol.
Oh Lord, Pascal
Pascal Salah.
Siakam, Siakam, Pascal.
I can't ever get it right. Well, yeah,
P.S.
Pascal. I mean,
P.S.
yeah, because the man's been there and he's played. He's been there. He
Yeah,
knows his role, but
definitely.
he's going to play. He's going to play ball, and I think he gets forgot about. My thing, I
Yeah.
think because he's traveled a little bit now. And he's in Indy, and
Yeah,
you don't
he's a
forget
winner.
about he's in there, right?
Yeah, he's a winner. And when they need him the most, you'll see he'll have 20-9 or 20-7 or something like that. Dude's that guy. You're right, Mr. P.S. Siakam is definitely
Yes.
that big time. Number 4, get it out the way, Mr. Halle. Who? What the Halle? What the Halle? What the Halle? What the Halle? Halle Burton? Mr. Halle Burton, without a doubt, is in there. My thing with him, he's in there, but you may not ever get back to the finals. You need to be aggressive the whole game. Because if you're not, and you're sitting there just trying to make sure everybody else is fed, I get it, I understand. You do set the table well. You set it well. But they're going to need your points and assists, bro. Like how we used to say about the Joker, we need that big Joker. Right. We going to need that big Halle. Not your pops. We going to need a big Halle. You know what I'm saying? not Halle Sr. We going to need you to be big. We're going to need you to get you 20-something points, like mid-20s, low 20s, and 15 dimes. Between 10 and 15 dimes. You can do that and throw some rebounds in there. You're going to have to be all over. You're going to have to put pressure on, and that's the thing about it. You know who they're going to put on him. They're going to put Dort on him. You know what I'm saying? They're going to throw Dort. You know what I'm saying? Lil Williams. They're going to throw bodies like T-Rock said.
Yep.
But you can't stop that, dude. You are a all-pro guy. You was Olympian, even though you sat the last on the bench. You sat next to the 54 crew, but still you was a part of that. We don't have that. You got that. But
you got to go middle. Yeah.
What the Halle is definitely in the top 5.
Ooh.
This is good. The last. Who you think? We could do 6 because we might be different. But who you think is in the last 5? It might be the same.
I was like, the 5th one, I was choked up on thinking the 5th one. I'm sitting here thinking, even now I'm trying to do, like, who could possibly?
No patience.
Could it be Chat? Right, that's funny you said that. I almost bust out laughing because, I couldn't think of anybody else on the pace to level up. I guess I would say Chet Hope.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning towards.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was leaning towards that. Yeah, dude,
being his
dude's
size and what he does.
yeah,
Yeah,
7'1". You know what I'm saying? He can do
hmm
all that. Yeah, he just like I said, Hallie. Thing about it is he can afford to give you only 14 and 8 and block 3 shots. You know what I'm saying? Because he's really the third option. It's not Dort, and it's not what's that Heinstein or whatever the dude that came
yeah.
from New York.
Isaiah Heinstein.
Yeah. And it's not him, so it's Chet. And to me, I think Chet is better than what the Pacers have as far as the rest. So I'm with you. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking Chet was definitely that. So we're talking about guys, Mr. Shea, Jalen Williams, not the other Jalen Williams, not the other one, Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Halliburton, and Chet Holmgren. Yeah, I like that. You can't go wrong with that, my brother. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
All right, buy or sell. Pacers will handle Thunder's so a bit of possibly defensive pressure. And the crazy thing is, and before we answer this, I'm gonna let you dive into the first. What you thinking? They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. If this is gonna be a series, they have no choice but to handle it. So what are you thinking?
Well, it's funny enough, they already can't handle the Thunder pressure because they're having technical difficulties getting to Oklahoma City by the weather.
They finally made it.
So they was having Thunder problems probably with the weather. So it might be one of those third quarter games. As I call third quarter games, is when you get to third quarter and the Thunder put on and they start running away with it. Because they been doing this like throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, they have.
But we know the Pacers are quick. We do know the Pacers are quick. They can run up down that court. They do what they do. Let's, like you said, hopefully. But I'm selling this. I don't think they're going to be able to.
Wow. I've heard that. What's up, Leon, Kelly, Deborah, Ellen? Hey, go ahead and answer this trivia. Quit playing. Have a chance to win this merch. I don't know why you guys scared. I think we got the comments on. D and Shan comment. So go ahead and knock it out. I'm gonna say this. People fail to realize Nembhard was a point guard, right? And then you have McConnell. McConnell is a servable backup point guard for your second unit. So, but Nembhard is a point guard at heart. So he's gonna be the key. He is absolutely gonna be the key because they're gonna throw all the top-notch defender Hallie's way. He's gonna have to help him out, and Neesmith gonna have to help out too. And I'm with you. Can they withstand the pressure? The difference is that Thunder's actually playing a team that has a bench. Actually, not one player, not two. They have a bench and they can rotate and do whatever. I think they will handle it, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna win. I think they can handle it enough just because I think when you have 2 point guards out there, that's very important. That's you can't go wrong with that. So, all that kind of stuff like that. All right. Moving right along. Speak of the devil, buy or sell. Thunder's bench is better than the Pacers. This is a toughie.
It's a toughie. Yeah, that's what I'm like. It's a toughie.
Off the bench. Let me help you guys out.
Right.
Let me help you guys out. Off the bench that truly plays for the Pacers, you got Thomas Bryant, former Indiana dude, the big guy. You have don't forget Ben Mathurin. You play for Arizona, the one who got into it with the Cleveland guy. T.J. McConnell is off the bench. Ben Shepherd, the guy with
Ben
the
Shepherd with the
the,
porn stash.
the porn stash or the cop stash, whatever you want to do. Ben
It
Shepherd
is cop stash.
and Obi Toppin and
Yeah.
Jarish Walker. They got that, and they ball. They take care of business.
They do produce.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, you're probably gonna know more Pacers second unit than this one. Only person you gonna know truly at this is Caruso, and he might as well start for them. On their bench, they got Caruso, Aaron Wiggins, which is Wiggins' brother. You really don't know him. Carson Wallace, Kentucky people know him. Isaiah Joe, think he came from Arkansas. Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams, another Arkansas guy. But they do well because, the thing about it is you just got to have a couple of starters in with some of these guys. You know what I'm saying? It makes a difference. You do that, it makes a difference. So what you got? Cause we got about 8 minutes. What you got?
Right, I was already on the sell train because I think I was just thinking the Pacers kind of their bench almost contributes more than the Thunder. The Thunder bench is there just to kind of relieve certain players at times, and then and fill in, swap back out, fill in, swap back out, offense, defense, or something like that. But I think the Pacers bench is more reliable and does a little bit more for them.
I really think the bench, even though I did 5, I'm gonna buy it just because Caruso and Carson has been playing lights out. Like you shorten the bench. Everybody I did list, and I didn't list everybody, but I list about 5 for each. Everybody's not seeing it action. They're gonna shorten this bench down, so it's gonna be interchangeable parts. I do love Obi Toppin, has been balling out of control. Ben Mather when he's doing things, and McConnell is them 3 is gonna be versus the other those 2 I just said. But I'm all on the Caruso train. You guys should know that I've been on there. I know Don used to be on there.
Yes.
Knicks fire head coach Thibodeau. Now people should remember when I had this question last week. And some people were like, no, you can't blame the coach. I'm like, this is New York.
Right.
This is New York. This guy has won more games this year than they have won in a long time in the playoffs. This guy was only 2 games away from the final. He was there. This guy beat the Celtics, who everybody had penciled in already. Destroyed the Celtics. Celtics lost players and everything. They may not be the same. They're gonna have to we got this thing. We can't compete with that. But now you can.
Yeah.
This is why the Knicks don't win. What you thinking, Don?
I mean, it comes all down on the coach, and I think I was saying last week when we was talking about this, I would not be surprised. I would think the Knicks would be looking for another coach next year. And it happens. And it's New York. Like you said, these days, especially head coaches, they're a dime a dozen these days because it doesn't take no time. So we're definitely not surprised at all.
No, this is, and it's sad. It's really sad because dude's a hell of a coach. Now, he's been fired quite a few times, a lot of places, because he coaches hard. He doesn't if you do not play defense, he's not going to play you. That's why you didn't see Shamed and all those guys, because he didn't like how they was playing defense. And I don't know, man. I don't know what the Knicks are going to do. I do not know. You know what? I did have some more buy and sales. I can say that from Thursday. I want to go to this one NFL buy and sell that I have not been able to get to because the time stuff, because I try to keep it. I've been itching for this one for a minute. Let's see. Please let this one be right here. Oh, buy or sell. Patriots receiver Diggs will be on the Patriots for the whole season, the beginning of the season, the training camp, whatever you want to say. Buy or sell that Mr. Diggs will be playing, basically, for the Patriots?
Alex, I think I'm going to be selling this, and Diggs is not going to be for the whole season on the Patriots.
No, he's not. He's not.
Yeah, it's not the same Diggs no more. Yeah.
Well, and dude has went to his alter ego. He's too busy. He was already known as out in the playing in the fields a lot. Now you got one of the one that everybody knows, and you just out of control. You're passing drugs on videos, and you're everywhere. They try to say he was supposed to be at a voluntary OTA. He's in Miami.
Yeah, see, we can't get away.
Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, yeah, doing that pink powder. Like, really, man. Like, this is good for you. This is actually good for him. As far as perfect time, they still gonna get rid of you, but because Belichick would already hit him gone. Because you got a new coach who's trying to win. Because Mayo didn't win. I handle it inside in the house, bruh. You in house, you can't handle in house when his girlfriend has over 18 million followers on X. You can't get away from it, man. And she was on that boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so come on, bro. Like, this dude is, hey, I'm living my best life. I mean, dude is, you can't get away from it. Dude's on a whole different level. And my gosh, bro. You can't handle it. And he's not going to respect you.
No.
You're a former player that's probably he still may be 8 years older than him, but, he ain't scared of you. And he know he can go somewhere else. Somebody else would pick up a cut Diggs. And he done made money. He's done made money. Big time. It's just out of control. And you can do it. You can do whatever. you can do whatever, say whatever, and then rock and roll. All right. Before we get out of here, NBA Finals trivia. Which player holds the record for the most career points scored in the NBA Finals history? The answer. Do you know the answer, Don?
Yes, sir.
What is the answer?
The answer would be the one and only, the logo, D, Mr. Jerry West.
Jerry West is the correct answer for you guys who thought it was LeBron. And I'm with you. Because I'm like, he done played in 10. Then I was like, well, Kareem done played in about 30. Jerry.
Right.
Yeah, it get kind of tough. But now the logo is the logo for a reason. So the answer is D, Jerry West. All right. Let's see what we're leaving the people with.
Hey, this one comes from our sponsor from 365 Sports Company. I seen them post this earlier and I just loved it.
Cool.
Hey, success doesn't come from what we do occasionally. It comes with what we do consistently.
I love it. You can't go wrong with
365 Sports Company.
That was dope. Way to do that. All right, so I'm going to try to shoot this real quick to the screen. Maybe if I can. I maybe can't. But anyway, we'll post it. Got the answer. Like I said, it was Jerry West. He had over. Jerry West actually had over 1,600 points in his career. That is a lot of points, bro. That's sickening.
Yes,
that's
sir.
sickening. So we out of here. Thank you guys for the support. We love you. No show tomorrow. But, I would go ahead and post the winnings and stuff like that, and we'll give them their due on Thursday. God bless. We out of here. Peace.
Every City Sports Review is a classic. Click on the latest to see what happened. All facts and never capping. Don't be sleeping, maybe only napping. We do not fold, we are not some nappers. I don't mean to control you like a captain. But I'm just multitasking. So let's go click on the show so we can all fly high like Aladdin. Every City Sports Review Show. And with people you might know. You might learn something you ain't know. Every City, do you catch a flow? 502 is what you know. All I know. Every City Sports Review Show.